Retirement, a time to relax, enjoy hobbies, and spend time with loved ones. It's a period many look forward to after decades of hard work, envisioning peaceful days filled with leisure and family moments. But for many pensioners in the UK, this idyllic picture is far from reality. Instead of tranquility, they face financial stress and uncertainty. The truth is, the financial situation for UK pensioners is incredibly varied. While some manage to live comfortably, others are not so fortunate. Some are indeed enjoying comfortable retirements, often thanks to generous private pensions and years of property ownership. These individuals can afford holidays, maintain a good standard of living, and enjoy the fruits of their labor. However, a significant number are struggling to make ends meet, relying solely on the state pension and facing an uphill battle against rising living costs. For these pensioners, every penny counts, and budgeting becomes a daily challenge. It's crucial to recognize this disparity when we talk about pensioners in the UK. The contrast between those who are financially secure and those who are not is stark and often overlooked. It's simply not accurate to make sweeping statements about their financial well-being. Each pensioner's situation is unique, shaped by a lifetime of different experiences and financial decisions. We need to look at the full picture, understanding the challenges faced by many while acknowledging the more fortunate position of others. This comprehensive view is essential for addressing the needs of all pensioners. This nuanced understanding is essential for developing fair and effective policies that support all pensioners, regardless of their financial circumstances. Policymakers must consider the diverse realities of pensioners to create solutions that are inclusive and equitable. This isn't just about numbers, it's about people's lives. The financial stability of pensioners affects their mental and physical well-being, their ability to participate in society, and their overall quality of life. It's about whether a pensioner can afford to heat their home in winter, put food on the table, or enjoy a simple day out. These basic needs are fundamental to living with dignity and comfort. These are the real-life consequences of the financial pressures many pensioners face, and we can't afford to ignore them. Addressing these issues requires a collective effort from society, government, and communities to ensure that all pensioners can live their retirement years with the security and peace they deserve. The state pension is a lifeline for millions of UK pensioners, providing a regular income they can rely on. For many, it represents a crucial part of their financial stability in their later years, offering a sense of security and peace of mind. However, it's important to understand that the state pension was never designed to be a retirement plan in itself. It was always meant to be a basic safety net, a starting point rather than the entire solution. Relying solely on the state pension can leave individuals vulnerable to financial hardships. It's intended as a foundation upon which people can build, ideally through private pensions and savings. By supplementing the state pension with personal savings and investments, individuals can create a more robust and resilient financial plan for their retirement years. The current full state pension amount is £10,400 a year. While this provides a steady income, it is often not enough to cover all living expenses, especially as costs continue to rise. While this may seem like a reasonable sum, it's important to consider the rising cost of living. Over the past decade, the cost of essentials such as food, housing, and healthcare has increased significantly, eroding the purchasing power of the state pension. Essentials like food, energy, and council tax have all seen significant price hikes in recent years, putting a strain on pensioners' budgets. These rising costs can make it challenging for pensioners to maintain their standard of living. While the state pension does increase annually, these increases often fail to keep pace with inflation, meaning pensioners are effectively left with less buying power year on year. The gap between pension increases and inflation can lead to financial stress and uncertainty. This situation can lead to difficult choices, forcing pensioners to cut back on essential spending just to make ends meet. Many find themselves having to make sacrifices such as reducing their grocery budget, limiting their use of heating, or foregoing leisure activities to ensure they can cover their basic needs. To mitigate these challenges, it's crucial for individuals to plan ahead and seek financial advice. Community resources and financial planning workshops can provide valuable guidance on how to maximize retirement income and manage expenses effectively. By taking proactive steps and seeking support, pensioners can build a more secure and fulfilling retirement, ensuring that their later years are not just about survival, but about enjoying life to the fullest. Private pensions play a crucial role in supplementing the state pension and ensuring a comfortable retirement. These pensions, typically offered through employers or taken out individually, allow people to save money throughout their working lives, which they can then access as income during retirement. However, access to private pensions isn't universal. Many people, particularly those in lower paid or insecure jobs, may not have the opportunity to contribute to a private pension. Others may have experienced disruptions to their employment history, preventing them from building up a substantial pension pot. This disparity in private pension coverage contributes significantly to the financial gap between pensioners. Those without private pensions are often left solely reliant on the state pension, leaving them vulnerable to financial hardship, especially in the face of rising living costs. The cost of living crisis, hitting pensioners hard. The UK is currently grappling with a cost of living crisis, and pensioners are among the hardest hit. The rising costs of everyday essentials are making it increasingly difficult for them to make ends meet. The prices of essential goods and services, including energy, food and transport, have skyrocketed, putting immense pressure on household budgets. Many pensioners find themselves in a precarious financial situation, struggling to balance their limited income with the rising costs. For pensioners living on fixed incomes, this situation is particularly challenging. They often rely on their pensions and savings, which do not increase in line with inflation. Unlike those in employment who may have the opportunity to increase their income, pensioners often have little recourse to combat rising costs. They cannot simply work extra hours or take on additional jobs to make up the shortfall. This can lead to difficult choices, with many forced to choose between heating their homes and putting food on the table. The emotional and physical toll of these decisions can be overwhelming. The government has introduced some measures to help alleviate the financial burden on pensioners, such as the winter fuel payment and the cold weather payment. However, these measures are often insufficient to cover the full extent of the rising costs, leaving many pensioners struggling to cope. The support provided, while helpful, does not fully address the financial challenges faced by pensioners who continue to feel the squeeze of the cost of living crisis. Community organizations and charities are stepping in to provide additional support, offering food banks, financial advice, and social activities to help alleviate some of the pressures. These efforts, though commendable, highlight the gaps in the system and the need for more comprehensive solutions to ensure that pensioners can live with dignity and security. It is crucial for society to recognize the contributions of our elderly population and to ensure they are not left behind in times of economic hardship. Policymakers must continue to seek and implement effective strategies to support pensioners, ensuring they can afford basic necessities and maintain a decent quality of life. Only through collective effort and targeted action can we hope to mitigate the impact of the cost of living crisis on our most vulnerable citizens. Essential goods and services, a growing burden. The rising cost of essential goods and services is a major concern for pensioners. Energy bills have soared in recent months, leaving many facing fuel poverty. Food prices have also increased significantly, making it harder for pensioners to afford a healthy and balanced diet. Council tax, a significant expense for many pensioners, has also seen steady increases, further squeezing household budgets. These rising costs can quickly erode the purchasing power of the state pension, leaving pensioners with less money available for other essentials like clothing, transport, and social activities. This situation can have a significant impact on pensioners' quality of life, forcing them to cut back on essential spending and reducing their ability to participate in social activities, ultimately leading to social isolation and loneliness. The digital divide, leaving some behind. In an increasingly digital world, access to technology is no longer a luxury, but a necessity. From managing finances to accessing essential services and staying connected with loved ones, being online is crucial. However, for a significant number of pensioners, the digital divide poses a real challenge. Many older people lack the skills and confidence to navigate the online world. This digital exclusion can have wide-ranging consequences, from difficulty accessing information and services to increased social isolation. For example, many government services and benefits are now primarily accessed online, putting pensioners without digital skills at a disadvantage. Bridging the digital divide is crucial to ensure that pensioners are not left behind in an increasingly digital society. This requires investment in digital skills training tailored to the needs of older people, as well as ensuring that essential services remain accessible offline.